What if zombies? I love that that's the title. What if zombies? Like exclamation point question mark. That's probably the best title so far.
Yeah, honestly, so real quick before we get too much into the what if zombies episode, since we lost the audio for last episode, I just wanted to briefly just say
Mm,
like we watched the last episode. It was my favorite episode so far.
it was my second
Um,
favorite. Right
yeah,
behind the Avengers murder mystery episode.
so it was my favorite episode. I really enjoyed it. It was good direction. I liked most of it. It was my favorite episode until this episode.
Ah,
This is actually the episode that I've been waiting for since What If was announced. I was
yeah.
actually really scared. I was very scared it was going to be overhyped. I don't think it was. I want more of that.
Well, I mean, I gotta assume we're getting more based off
Oh,
the
there's no
ending.
way we're not.
And
There's no way
I
we're
mean,
not.
spoilers by the way, for
Yeah,
everything
yes,
for the whole
yeah.
episode.
Spoilers from here on out. Yeah. So real quick, the most important part about this is I don't know if you know this. The person who wrote this episode is one of the writers for The Walking Dead.
No, I didn't see. Were they in like the opening credits? I
I'm not
guess,
sure.
or did you just
No, no,
see
no.
that
It's
somewhere?
an article that I saw. Yeah, it's an article I saw. One of the writers helped write this episode from The Walking Dead. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So there was a few little callback Easter eggs in this episode um in general like Marvel um when like I don't want to get too ahead. Let's talk from the beginning, right? Like the
Yeah.
beginning
Hold on.
is
I'll grab my notes here. I took a few notes. It's
starts with
yeah.
Infinity War.
I know. I was immediately like, wow, this is such a great idea. Like, such a cool concept to have him fall down to the apocalypse, basically. Like, what
Yeah.
an interesting. Like, that's such an interesting idea.
Yep. It was very cool. He comes out and it's obviously very different because he's like Thanos is coming and then nobody's there to greet him.
Nobody except the
Um,
cape.
yeah, except the cape. And then he comes out to the world and it's very, very empty. And then we have
Yeah.
Squidward, and I can't remember his name. I'm
I
sticking
don't.
with Squidward,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
have them land, just like they did in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to Hulk
Doctor
out,
Strange.
and he can't.
Yeah.
And freaking Iron Man comes up behind him and hits him with a fucking blast. And dude, they fucking get swarmed, just absolutely just jumped hard.
Mm-hmm. Which they're sticking to the. I mean, I believe is. I mean, I've not read them, but I want to say it's slightly different in the comics in that I think they can talk in the comics.
I
Is that
believe they
right?
can,
Maybe?
but it's not prop. They do talk in
But
this one too, but it's very faint. It's like
they,
we'll
but
go over
they,
in a second. Only specifically one person spoke.
at least they kept though they decided to keep the sentience in terms of they're able to use their abilities, which of
Yeah,
course I guess I mean of course you
big
would.
deal. It's a
That's
big
what
deal.
makes it interesting to begin with, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's their take on it.
Bruce gets saved
Yeah, by the cape,
by the
and then
cape.
but then by Spider-Man, which I was
Spider-Man.
like,
Well, no,
ah,
Wasp and Spider-Man, which
well, yeah, but I mean, he specifically gets picked up by Spider-Man. Is what I mean.
yeah, but unfortunately, very sadly, Tom Holland was not able to voice Spider-Man. He was
No,
also not even able to look. It wasn't even able to look like Tom Holland. It looked more like the video game, in my opinion.
yeah,
But he was not able to look like Tom Holland because Sony wouldn't allow it. It's a Sony thing. It's with Tom Holland's contract, so it's not allowed. So
yeah.
Sony wouldn't allow
I mean, I
it.
guess it makes sense that it would look more like the video game one because I mean that's sort of kind of MCU like
Well,
related.
they're doing their own MVGU, whatever. They're
Yeah,
doing their own Marvel video game universe. So
but yeah, real
um,
quick. Actually, I forgot. I would want to go over it real quick and just see like who came back and who didn't. The only two people that didn't come back were Spider-Man and then Captain America again.
yeah,
But you got Mark Ruffalo, Chadwick Boseman back again, Paul
yeah,
Bettany as Vision, Sebastian Stan as Bucky, Evangeline Lilly as Hope, Paul Rudd as Scott, which was great. He's a very good voice actor.
extremely good
And
voice actor.
John Favreau too, also a very
Yes,
good voice actor.
yes.
Okoye is back. Emily Van Camp is Sharon Carter. Kurt is back, and then the Ebony Maw, that's Squidward, that's his name.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
came
yeah.
back as well.
I
So pretty
mean,
much everybody.
yeah, it's very cool. I actually really enjoyed this episode. By far, my favorite.
Mhm.
Like I honestly, I swear to
Surprisingly,
God,
like
we need to get a Marvel zombie show. Like I would watch a whole show based on it. I'm telling you, I would.
I mean,
Um,
they have to do another episode,
oh
surely. Like
yeah,
they have
we have
to.
a second season. There's no way we won't get another episode. But it's just really cool. I would love to see more of it. We had, like I said, we had a lot of like throwbacks in the sense of like some of the shots were directly from some of the MCU moments. Like, so eventually Wasp, she does die, she does get turned,
Mhm.
and when she comes back to life and she reaches for the ship, that's a direct callback to Ant-Man when he grabs War Machine. Literally
Yeah,
same pose and everything. Like, there's a lot of little shots like that um in the show. Like, and there's also things like instead of Bucky being the one to fall out of the train, it's Captain America that gets thrown off the train. Yeah, of course, Bucky takes him out, but you know what I mean? But it's things like that. It's really cool. And then, Bucky catches the shield,
yeah.
and he throws it back at him, cuts it. Like, it's just really, really cool.
Hmm.
I love this episode. I love the setup. I liked the voice acting. The voice acting was on point for a lot of the actors.
Yeah, there was
The
one
animation was
particular.
amazing.
There's one particular line that we'll get to in a minute, but that I thought was really strange the way it was delivered. Like it just came off very weird, but we'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, I think the show is rated, I think TV 14,
Yeah, yeah,
but
it was pretty
surprisingly
violent.
violent. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess you can get
um,
away with more when it comes to zombies and zombies in
because it's not
animation.
regular blood; it's black blood.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah,
Also,
so
um,
um,
yeah. Well, you get that moment where you get Peter doing his little orientation video with
yeah,
Happy,
yep,
and he's wearing a shirt that says, "I'm not single. I'm saving myself for Thor." I love that, and it was really good to have John Favreau like voice him as well. I think it would not have been the same if they couldn't have gotten him back. Like
yeah.
he's just
But
so that character at this
he
point. Like
is, and
hearing
he
his
did,
voice,
and he did good. He did so good.
yeah, really.
His voice acting was
Um,
so believable.
they they have that little like base that Spider-Man set up by webbing up train cars in the air, which
Yes,
is so smart and so cool.
yeah, very cool.
Um, and they go to get that train activated, and then you see that Happy like has a repulsor
Yes.
that he's using,
And so what does he
and
say? He's saying bam,
blam, blam,
bam,
blam,
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 bam.
blam,
Yeah. And
blam.
Carter's like, "Are you saying blam?" He's like,
Yeah.
"No."
But that was I gotta admit that actually did get me when he was getting dragged away and he said it one last time.
Well,
Like that
yeah,
just like the
yeah.
perfect like pause of timing.
But then he was a
But
zombie. He was still saying it when he was shooting it. That's why I was saying
yeah,
they talked a little bit because he's going blam every time he shot.
I
It was
guess
funny.
that's it's not necessarily like he's just kind of making a noise. So I guess it's
Yeah,
not
but
the
that's
same
what
as
it's
him being
supposed
able
to
to
be, which
speak.
is funny as shit.
Yeah.
It's
But
still funny
then
enough.
I'm a little confused because he comes after her and she just like puts her hand over the repulsor and what blocks it with her bare hand. You can't do that, can you? That's not a thing.
I don't think he. I don't know. I don't
It
know.
seemed like she put her hand over it and so then it like overloaded and went back at him, if that makes sense.
Something right? Like
But
it
that
was
doesn't
just
make sense.
weird.
It's just her regular hand.
Yeah.
Like wouldn't that have totally blown her hand
Blown her
off?
hand up. Yeah. Um, we might have missed something on that because I feel like I missed
Unless maybe
something
she just
specifically.
I mean, it really seemed like she just grabbed it, but maybe she turned it towards him. I don't know. They kind of cut away.
Maybe.
It was hard to tell.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
they
but
get that
then
train
she.
running,
Yep.
and then we have the Captain America little
And yep.
little uh what is it? I don't know, little fight between him and Bucky.
Yep.
Um,
After what's her name gets absolutely ripped apart. He comes in, he says, "That's
oh
enough."
Sharon, yeah,
Yeah. He's like, "That's enough, Cap." Or he's like, "I think you've had enough, Cap," or some shit like that.
yeah, and then he destroys him, and then as he's doing that, Hope comes in and accidentally
No,
flies into
no,
Sharon's
no,
mouth.
wait. No, no, no. You missed a good part. Like, I don't know what that was a callback to. Maybe it was just us being like, well, fuck her because she's evil anyways. But she goes to run at Sharon goes to run
Oh yeah, he just like throws
Bucky.
her
He
off.
literally puts her hand out. He's like, get the fuck out of here. He just throws her behind
I
him
felt
like
like
she ain't
I felt
shit.
like that was more like him being like nice, like you know what I mean, like not
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to like crap on. Like, he was just like, no, I'm not gonna like you just turn. I'm not gonna just destroy you. I'm just gonna like
But
push you
still, the way
aside
he
and
threw
focus
her
on him, just like
was just
nothing.
like,
Yeah, because she is nice. She's just a normal person.
yeah. But she was funny.
Yeah.
But yes, then of course, Hope, like you said, flies in her mouth.
Yeah, and then of course gets nicked somehow. I was like, "There's no way."
Wait. Remember when you said this is the closest we're gonna get to the Thanos situation of being inside? No, this is the closest that we'll get to. Yeah, this is the closest we'll get.
Yes. So then they arrive and all the well, she has to
Well, she has a
sacrifice
cut.
herself.
She has a cut. So unfortunately, she did get infected, which sucks. But I mean, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, just like, but like, I don't know. I get it, but like, there's no way. Like,
There's no
what is
way,
she
boy.
like? Literally, she's smaller than like like a tooth. Like, she would have had to have specifically flown. Like, how did she get cut or hit in any way? It didn't
I
really
think she
make
was
any
cut
sense.
before. I
But
think she was cut in the battle before, honestly. Or she just cut herself growing. You know what I mean?
maybe, yeah.
She would be ripping through bone and shit. So
Uh, yeah. So, but and I'd say the one problem that I have with this episode is maybe, and especially if they were to, like you said, like if they're to make like a full series, something I would want a little bit something a little bit like more serious maybe, because most of this episode
it was
is
comedic,
yeah, comedic in
very
tone,
comedic.
and kind of just brushes over a lot of things, but at the same time,
But it does it on purpose because they don't want to make it too dark. You know what I mean? But no, they
yeah,
need to. I would
but
love
then
a
at the
dark
same
version of
time,
this.
then they go in and they do like these serious moments, like straight after of her like sacrificing herself or like
Not
talking to
even. Oh,
Peter, and it's like
dude.
I mean in like a more like with more connection and stuff. Like I feel like that
Yes.
could have been really good, but there wasn't
Yeah.
enough there to really.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. Obviously, that's because it's 30 minutes. It's rushed. I
Yeah,
think Disney has a show here if they really wanted to flesh it out. We get to that facility that Hope sacrificed her for, and they're like, why are they not trying to jump the fence? Why are they not coming in here?
yeah,
And then we have the Vision reveal, and it's like,
Vision.
oh, cool. Like I was like, oh, this is cool. Like Vision's still alive. Of course, he's an android,
Yeah, of course.
and it doesn't even feel weird or anything, right? It doesn't feel. It feels natural. It feels good. Like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
shit, Vision's trying to help them. He's gonna help them
Oh,
with the
Scott's
cure.
alive. Let's go. He's ahead in
Yeah,
the
like
jar and he's
yeah,
making constant dad jokes.
yeah, and it's just like, oh shit, like, oh man, this is nice. There's hope, and then Bucky decides to go
Yeah.
explore.
Here's another thing that's really weird. He's like, I'm gonna go case the perimeter and see if I can find his transport. And then it cuts to him like in a medical room.
Yeah,
What transport are you gonna find in there, Bucky? What are you
true,
thinking you're gonna find? Like,
true.
so-
But then we have our very big Walking Dead moment, and it's where it's like not everything is as it seems,
oh yeah, yeah, classic
and
zombies.
yeah, and oops, you find out that
Oops,
poor
big
Black Panther
zombies.
has his freaking leg missing. And then
Mm.
you see the scariest zombie of all.
Yeah, as soon as I saw, I was like,
Dude,
"Oh, I didn't think of that.
yeah, dude, I
That's
was like,
really bad."
oh shit, I was like, oh
The
no, I was
only
like, this
thing
isn't
worse than
good.
that is now what we see at the end
Yeah, what we
with
see at the
Thanos.
end, that's the only
Yeah,
thing worse. Yeah,
that's the only thing worse.
but then you have Scarlet Witch behind the glass, and Bucky shot the glass, and unfortunately, that was just enough of a crack
I
for her
don't
to
know,
break free.
like, what possibly was containing her to begin with, though. Like
Well, he
that,
was
what
feeding her. He was
I
feeding
think,
her.
yeah, I think it was more just that like he angered her, and then she
Yeah, I think that's
decided
what
to
it is.
leave.
He
She
did. He
probably could have
agitated
broken
her.
out at any point.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
So yeah, he like agitated her, and she obviously breaks free. And they're like,
She
"Oh,
comes
he's been
out.
lying to us." And Vision's like, "Oh, I thought
Yeah,
this was the right thing to do, logically."
yeah.
Um,
Logically for me, because I can't kill her.
yeah. So like,
Then she comes out and kills Kurt.
yeah, of course. Which I mean, there's no way he was gonna make it to the
Yeah,
end.
very not surprising.
Um, and
So
then
then how do they? I guess oh yeah, Vision
the yellow
blast him out of
Vision,
there.
yeah, the yellow Vision, get us out of here because this isn't right what you're doing. Blah blah blah. So Vision
Yeah,
has a quick change of heart, and he breaks them out,
and then he kills himself.
and then he kills himself. Which yeah, like fuck, he was the only chance of like really fighting Scarlet, and then he kills himself.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Like I get it, but like he should have just gone with him, because then he could have quote unquote atoned for his mistakes by actually healing everybody, because he would have been the
And then
best
we
chance, I
lose.
feel like, to
We
keep it
lost
with him.
everybody. By the end of this little fight, we literally lose everybody. The only people that are left are Scott's head on the cape, which is awesome.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
Spider-Man and Black Panther,
Black Panther,
but
yeah.
a couple of things. One, oh yeah, Okoye dies, and this is the
Uh-huh.
line that I was talking about that did not go off right. Is when she
Oh,
dies, she says
it's just
"Wakanda
Wakanda
forever,"
forever. Yes,
but it
that
sounds
line
so
was
weird.
It sounds weird.
It's like sounded like I don't even
Or
know. Like
like they took like a sound bite from somewhere and
it
put
was
it in
so
there.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like they
something
didn't
was very
record that
off about the
freshly.
delivery on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very strange.
Yeah. It could have been better. It's like
Could have been
I
really
swear, it's
good.
like they took a clip. It's like they took a clip from like a movie that she was already in
Yeah, it sounded
and
very,
put it in
very
there, and then
strange
they
and very off.
edited it. And yeah, nope, it was very off. You're right. I
But the
do. I
thing
remember
is,
thinking the same
though,
thing.
the other thing is, though, it is those three left, but I have it like I'm pretty sure Bucky's not dead because all that happened was he got thrown, and like he's not.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah.
can survive that, and so as
Yeah.
long as he didn't land in a pile of
Oh my
zombies, I
God,
guess then he's probably alive.
we glossed over probably one of the coolest things actually is Bucky gets the shield.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I didn't even
Bucky
think
gets
about
the
that.
shield. Yeah, like
Yeah,
dude, he ends up getting the shield, which is awesome. He obviously knows how to use it. So yeah,
yeah.
he ends up with the shield, and it's
I guess
cool.
it's technically his second time. First time getting blasted off a train. But
Um,
yes, and then that cliffhanger of them. I guess
yes,
was it
they get to
Wakanda and Thanos is
Wakanda.
there?
Yep,
He's already
and he
taken
has
over.
the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's literally just missing
Just needs the Mind
Mind
Stone.
Stone. Yeah,
Ah,
and
no.
that's where it ends it, and it's just like what? Like damn, like.
Cliffhanger.
And this is what I mean. I want more of this. I would love a fleshed out story of like a full lore. It'd be amazing.
Mm.
Like this would make a really good show. Even if it's just for a season, I would take it.
Yeah, like a limited series or something.
Yeah, this by far is my favorite episode of the season though, of the what if so far. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's
very very
different.
good.
Very out of very like out of the box, but it's such a cool way.
Not
Like you said,
sure
obviously
where I would
there was
put
a
it.
comic, but
Yeah, I think it's definitely top three. I think it's above the Doctor Strange episode, but I'm not sure. I have to. I think I think I like it more than Doctor Strange episode.
the other
So
Stranger
probably
was
that's
good,
in number
but this
two.
one was dark. I mean, this one was real dark.
Well, I mean, it was, but it wasn't because of like the constant like consistent jokes.
Comedy, yes, but at the same time, if you think about it,
Yeah,
um,
if you think about it, but they're not
like the
thinking about it.
implications are super dark. Um,
They are, but at
oh,
the
and
same
Spider Man.
time,
Oh, how fucking awesome is Spider Man throughout this whole thing?
yeah, he's great.
Like, dude, he's consistently like trying to be happy and push the team forward. It's so
Mhm.
good.
But yeah. At the same time, though, and you realize kind of at the very end, like if they are gonna go and make a cure, then really it's not as dark as you think, I guess, except for like Sharon's definitely dead.
So it's Captain
Like
America.
there's
He's literally got a broken jaw with his skin ripped off.
I mean, Scott's ahead.
Yeah,
So
Scott's head.
I'm assuming what they're saying is that the reversal will reverse what because they all have like missing skin
Missing
and
skin and
broken
shit.
jaws.
Yeah,
Like it should reverse all of that somehow. Magic, whatever. I mean, it is like an Infinity Stone, so I guess it can do that.
yeah.
So yeah, they'll just end up reversing it, and everybody will be fine except for
They're not gonna make a
Sharon, I
cure,
guess.
dude. Honestly, they would
Oh
just get
no, I
the
was about to
Infinity
say, yeah,
Gauntlet
they're
and
just gonna do the
snap.
gauntlet. Yeah, good
Yeah,
point. They're
yeah,
just gonna have to defeat him and then snap everybody back. Yeah, of course. So
yeah,
yeah, really not. I mean, it is dark, but at the same time, you gotta be like, well,
yeah. There's
it's
hope.
gonna be fine.
All right, well,
Um,
this is it. I mean, we'll see you guys next week.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
See ya.